wish I had a period, so what age is like...
No! Those are hideous.
Here's school. Doesn't let me disintegrate. No. And that's all they would have. I'm never using those.
What? Do dogs have cramps?
Hey guys, welcome back to NEN FAM. Today's video is all about periods. Yeah, we are putting together awesome period kits and we're so excited to show you our period kit that we are offering to you. Also, we will be answering a lot of questions about periods. I have 11 daughters. I get questions about periods all the time from, I don't know, how long does it last, or is it lasting too long, or, should I use this pad, or what? Anyway, tons of questions. We're gonna answer all of your questions, but first I'm gonna go get everything to stock their period kits, and then we will call the girls in here and we will get going. Oh, and I just forgot, I am going to give 2 period kits to some of you lucky subscribers out there. Wait till the end to find out how to enter. All right, let's go.
Now I'm drinking these mimosas every day. Yeah. Now I'm going to extremes. Every time I get these feelings. Who's got the amphetamines? Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. I'm spiraling down to the ground. Like lost and I'll never be found. Then I just see you around. You changed the mood. When you're walking with a smile, yes you do. I haven't been happy for a while. To be honest, I've been a mess. Moving all my feelings around like just but you changed the mood. I can't even try to explain how you hit me like a hurricane. Now I'm sipping on champagne every day. We're spiraling down to the ground, lost and I couldn't be found. But then I just saw your face. You changed the mood.
All right, let's go home and gather the girls.
I haven't been happy for a while. To be honest, I've been a mess. Moving all my feelings around like just but you.
All right, I have gathered all the girls, well, all except for one. I have LiLee helping. She is a period pro, I would say.
Periods.
If there's such a thing as a period pro. All right, so this is how it's going to work. First of all, we are going to show them our period kits and let them choose their color, and then I will put together the subscribers' period kits. All right, first of all, we're going to start with
PresLee!
All right, PresLee, which color of period kit do you choose?
I want to get the cream one. I don't know, it just sounds out the best to me.
Sounds out the best. All right, next we have DeLayNee. What color would you like, DeLayNee?
I'll take the blue.
All right, and you guys know if you've watched the Not Enough Nelson's video that the 4 teen girls have already put together their teen emergency kit and their period kits. So they're actually gonna be packing your guys' period kits to give to the subscribers.
A gift?
All right, NayVee, which color would you like to pack for the subscriber?
We're gonna do pink. Purple.
Pink.
Awkward.
Oh, so cute. Love it. PaisLee, which color would you like to pack for a subscriber?
I want to do purple.
Perfect. Do you want me to throw it to you? Boom. Awesome. All right, now SaiDee, what color would you like to choose to
No
pack for a
question
subscriber?
about it.
I guessed it. Am I right?
Yes.
Red.
Of course, red.
Speaking of red, boom. All right, guys, to be able to enter, you have to watch till the very end, but first you have to have subscribed. So just a reminder, SaiDee, there you go. It's tradition that SaiDee holds the subscribe button. Tradition. Okay, next, what color do you want, ElleCee?
Let's do blue.
Perfect. Awesome. Now we are going to begin filling up the period kits, all right? All right, before we get started answering questions and stocking, I wanted to show you our period kits that we have developed. We love these. So what's so fun about these is they have this hook or this suction cup on the side. So you go in the bathroom and you're trying to like fix everything and you're trying to get out your pad or your tampon or whatever, and it's really hard. Like sometimes you sit on your lap. I've even had times where I had to hold something in my mouth while I'm grabbing something else. Not good. So how fun is this? You can literally suction cup this to the stall next to you and just have it all there to grab. And so we're gonna totally stock this with everything you would need, but it comes with all these little pockets and zippers, everything, and then when you're done, you just close it back up and you just keep this in your bag for the whole week that you have your period. So we love these. They match our teen emergency kits as well as some other products we have coming for back to school.
They work highly well.
Highly well, people. All
right. They actually don't come off.
I know, they're gonna be so cool, right?
Okay.
Oh.
Right, well, once you've experienced these period kits, I think you're not gonna go want to go back to trying to like fumble around with all of the stuff and grab it out of a random bag. This will be a lifesaver, I promise. All right, let's get started filling these puppies.
Speaking of puppies, Mom, it's kind of funny because Cozy's actually on our time of the month.
Miss Smith, this is no time to be laughing.
Yes, dogs even have a
Cozy's
timer
here.
in mind.
She's been feeling really tired and
Yes,
sleepy.
we taking special care of Cozy.
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die.
But she wears that so that she doesn't get blood anywhere in her house, and so, yeah, you're doing pretty good,
And it helps
Cozy.
her feel more clean.
They're just dog diapers from like.
Yeah, dog diapers. All right. Who knew that
We're
even
synced up.
Cozy would be on her period for our period kit video? It's hilarious. Let's get started. All right, so the beginning of the period kit, I thought we would first answer a question. So in between a few of the products here and there, we're gonna answer some questions for our tweens who might have more questions.
And to be honest, I don't really remember what I learned last year, so I'm gonna ask a couple questions.
All right, refresher is gonna happen. It's all good. All right,
Education's important.
first question, PresLee.
Okay, my question is, I know it sounds weird, always something say that I shouldn't be thinking this, but I kind of wish I had a period. So what age is like?
No!
You usually start your period.
Are you crazy?
You don't want to.
All right.
Yeah, because then I can use when I'm bratty. When I'm bratty, I can just use. I'm on
Oh,
my
there
period.
you go.
That's
There
why
you
I'm
go.
thinking
She
about
needs
it.
the excuse, people.
I
Okay.
said that same thing when I was little, and then here I am when I hate it. It's the worst thing ever.
It's
I
hard.
literally liked this. I'm like, yeah, I started my period. No, I didn't.
Oh, all right. So here's the gist. Most people start between the ages of, I want to say, like 11 to 15. Some people start even later than 15, and some start even before 11. But it should be about 2 years after you start puberty and start developing breasts. So that's what I've been told by the doctor. It's a couple years after you started developing. All right. Okay. Next, I'm going to give you your first and pretty much most important item of a period kit. We're going to start with pads. Okay, I have gotten a few different kinds of pads here, and so we're gonna go through what they are.
Ooh, so many choices.
This one is like a thin wrapped liner. This is the thinnest of all of the pads that we would generally use. I usually use this more like after my period is just finishing, or if I think it's coming and I wanna have some extra protection, because if you're actually on your period, they don't last very long because they just hold a little bit. So I would suggest putting 1 or 2 of these in your bag if you think you're gonna start, or if you feel like you're mostly done but you just wanna make sure, okay? Right, so a couple of these each, put them in your bags. All right, then we have regular pads. This is what you will probably use most often. And I think that you should probably try to fit maybe 4 or 5 in there. You're gonna wanna restock your period kit.
That is shocking.
Maybe halfway through your period so that you can have enough to last you your entire period.
It is different for everybody though, you guys, because some people, I feel like everybody does start out with using pads and then they'll go like further on and use tampons, or sometimes people just stay at pads.
Yeah.
So it's kind of different for everybody. So like me personally, I'm more comfortable with tampons. I don't like those, but some other people are different. So it's actually normal to do either or.
Next, we have the heavy pads, which is helpful for sometimes when you have a really heavy flow. That's where the whole saying of amp flow came, by the way, is because they refer.
What's an amp flow?
Have you ever heard of that before?
No.
When you guys are like,
Oh my
hey,
goodness.
amp flow stopped by.
Aunt Flo came to visit this week.
you
That's
I heard that
how you
one
started
time
your
in my life.
period, really?
Or you say
What do you
Shark-
guys use?
Shark Week.
Shark Week came. Wow, that's so explicit. Okay, what else? Any other ways that you register your period? Your period, yeah. We all have them. It's not that big of a deal.
Time of the month.
Oh dear. Okay, so here we go with the heavy. These are a little bit thicker. They last a little bit longer. So you're gonna wanna put maybe 1 or 2 of these in. All right, then these we will not be adding to our period kits, but they are to be used overnight, guys. And they're a little bit longer. Let me just show you this really fast.
Not gonna lie, I use those during the day.
Really? If your flow is super heavy, sometimes you can use these during the day.
I use like the full-on diaper one.
Whoa, dude, what TMI?
All right, I'm gonna show you that in a second. All right, so these are a little bit longer in the back and they have a little bit more flow there. What I thought was really cool, guys, let me just show you this. How fun is this?
Normal ones?
We actually found these at the store today when I went shopping. These are actually disposable period underwear, but what's so cool about these?
So they melt like when you
No! No, not
disappear.
not disintegrating. Disposable. I can throw them in the trash. You know what I mean? But look how cool these are. Because if you think about it, like this is so nice. Because the you're
having a baby.
Yeah, true. All right, but here's the thing that's so cool is the pad portion goes clear up the back because how many times have you been asleep, right?
Oh, the horror.
Indeed.
You guys can even roll them like your pants.
Those are hideous.
Here's the thing. Listen to
You
this.
won't be showing anybody.
How many times have you been asleep, right? And you have on a normal like pad on this section, and then it still leaks down the back, and that's where you leak on your bed, and you're ruining your sheet.
That is terrible.
I know.
Louis,
So this is kind of a cool invention. I like it. I think it's a cool invention.
I am not bringing that with me. Anyway.
It's for night.
Okay. These are not to go in your period kit, but I thought it was fun to mention. Here's the thing. I love the fact that they are trying to invent and be innovative with new things to help us on our period because forever, all they had was a pad. In fact, back in the olden days, they used to say they were on the rag. And the reason they would say that is because they would literally take a rag, a wash rag, and fold it up and put it there. And that's all they would have. And then they would have to wash out their rags.
Next thing, let's make them.
So the disposable pads came much later.
Disposable, doesn't that mean disintegrate?
No,
It's
that's
just
different things.
DeLayNee, biodegradable and
Wait,
disposable
listen.
are almost the same thing.
No, disposable means you can throw it away. You can dispose of it. Disintegrate is like it literally will disintegrate into little pieces and disappear.
Oh, I thought the diaper was there.
What are you?
Oh no,
you
this
sure
won't disintegrate. This will go in the trash when you're done. I don't know. I thought it was fun to mention because I think it's cool that people are inventing new things to help us with our periods.
Yeah, I'll be trying those out.
Yeah.
And like I said, the new invention should be to make these all free. Let's make all tampons and everything free.
Oh yeah, well, I wish. Okay, all right, next we have tampons. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna say this. If you are kind of a younger or you haven't talked to your parents about this yet, please talk to your parents before you use a tampon. It's pretty important. There's a lot of really good information about how to use them safely, and it's just really important that you use them safely. So these are fun because they're click kind, and these are good because they are able to be super small and fit in our period kit just fine. And this is how they work. I just want to show you real quick because sometimes my girls have been a little confused because they're like, Mom, it's broken, it's not working. But you have to pull it out and listen. You click it into place and then it works just like a normal tampon. Yeah, so that's how it works. So pretty easy. All right, so if you want to take their...
I'm never using those.
All right, and
You will trust.
But that's weird. That's scary.
They are scary.
It can be.
Guys, everybody thinks they're scary. They're not scary.
But yes,
they are scary. They're literally the easiest thing ever. Literally my first time in my period, I tried them and I've used them since.
Wow,
All right,
good for
so-
you.
Want a cookie?
Cookie.
All right, so everyone's different.
Stick to pads.
But you know what? You can stick to pads if these feel a little bit intimidating to you. We're not pushing either way. Sometimes people like just stick with pads their whole life. So you do you. So make sure you talk to your parents about these, but we're gonna put a couple of these in.
All small ones.
They're just
All
helpful
of
because if
them?
you want to go swimming or if you want to just be active and stuff, it's just a lot easier.
You know what is another really good idea and what's gonna lead us into the next item? If you are going swimming and you don't wanna use tampons, you can always slip a pair of period underwear underneath and you can catch your period in it. Wait, what?
You're just telling me this. I didn't swim for a week straight because I was on my period and I was too scared.
Whoops. Okay,
You actually don't bleed while you're in water, but
we are also going to have period underwear available to purchase on our site as well. And I think that we mostly will have black. So these are just some other fun colors that we will have. So go ahead and choose your favorite color.
It's just
We're
the
gonna go with the standard black.
Yeah.
And poke one of these in each
look like
period
under our
kit.
lifesaver.
Guys, to be honest, I thought that we were never gonna use these, and we made fun of these last period kit, and we use them almost every single
Yeah,
time.
they're so
Give
nice.
this to the subscriber.
Yes, go ahead and put them in for this
And
one.
they're actually
What
just
is
super. They're just super useful, and it makes you just feel like you're wearing normal. Give me the
Yeah, you just feel like you're wearing normal underwear, honestly, but it just catches. For me, I can't use this all day long, or I feel like I would leak. So I usually use it for, 8 to 12 hours, and then I switch them out. So, and sometimes I just use these with a tampon because then it makes it so it just catches in case you start to leak, and then to change your tampon.
I genuinely have a question. What does this mean by like G's on like the tampon side? Like how much it holds? What is that?
Grams. How many grams of blood?
I thought it meant gallons for a second.
Nope, there is no probably.
Gallons?
If you lost a gallon of blood, that would,
You need a blood
could not
transfusion.
survive.
Wait, we need a what?
So yeah, they're grams. So it just depends on, how many it can hold. But these are super, but you can also get regular and you can even get smaller petite. All right, so when you very first walk into this stall, the good thing to do is if the toilet seat looks kind of gross or if the surfaces look gross, it's a really good idea to disinfect. Yeah, at school. It's a good idea to disinfect kind of the toilet seat, the handle if you have to do a push handle with your hand, maybe even that little throwaway thing, the little garbage that's on the side,
That's
It's
a
good.
throwaway garbage.
Yeah, it's where you throw your tampons and your pads. Did you not know that? Yeah,
DeLayNee's been flushing them down the toilet.
So it is really important that you do not flush tampons and pads down the toilet. It's super bad for like the
environment.
the water system and just everything. It usually breaks their toilet. So don't do that. So I'm just gonna show you really quick how I do it. I think it's a really smart way to do it. Say that you have your pad out, and say that you're using this one. I go ahead and use this one, right? But then I keep this, and then the one that is soiled, you go ahead and put it back on here, and then you can go like this and shut it, and this little thing right here has a recyclable part, and you go ahead and put it back like this, and then you throw it in the little trash right by you. Now, if there's not a little trash can on the side of you in your stall,
You can use one of these.
yes, these are so smart.
What are those?
So we're gonna
What are those?
put 1 or 2 of these in each of the period kits. These are really smart because then you can just put everything that's soiled in here, anything they want.
It's also kind of nice because like when you open up the thing, sometimes you have to like put it in there and reach for it when your hand gets in everything.
Sometimes there's stuff kind of flowing out of the, no pun intended,
That was funny.
of the little garbage on the side, and you don't want to touch it. So this is one way you can poke it in here. You just take off that and you go ahead and shut it. And then when you walk outside of the stall, you're not like holding all this gross stuff in your hand, right? You're just holding this and you toss it in the trash.
You can show everyone that you have a little bag.
All right, so you're gonna get each of you.
That's crazy.
You can have a couple of these in your bag. You just put 2 or 3 in your bag and then just fold them up nice and flat and put them in your period kit, right? You can pass these around.
Do dogs have cramps?
I'm not really sure if dogs have cramps. I don't think they feel very good though, because like Cozy usually when she's on her time, I don't want to say time of the month because I think periods come for dogs every like 6 months maybe. But when she's on that time, it is kind of like she's like lays around, doesn't feel super well, so
I can't go out. I'm sick.
I would guess they probably don't feel the best.
They said that, I looked it up and they said dogs do not have the same feeling that like women do when they're on their
I think
period.
they're so tired.
Sad she
I think
is.
She's just tired.
She's
like a
She's whenever she's on her time of the month, I've noticed she sits like a little toddler. She sits like this, like a little toddler with her paws out, and she lays down. And I've been sleeping with her. I've been sleeping with her for the past week, and she usually doesn't like come cuddle with you. She like comes and like lays up your feet. She's like been coming and like cuddling with me.
Cozy. We just give her a little extra love during that time. All right, are you ready to see some other items?
Yes.
Okay, so these are some items that that we're not gonna put in the period kits, but I just wanted to make people aware out there. These are some other items that they have, you know, introduced. So this is called a soft disc, and it's called a menstrual disc, and it's kind of interesting. I know. It looks humongous.
I do that.
That's huge. So huge.
Oh my God, even dog, their facial
You
expression.
put that up there?
All right, so how you do
PresLee,
it?
not up there.
Okay, that is.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. All right, so this is probably for when you're older, like you're a period pro. So you're supposed to like fold it up like this, and you insert it like much like a tampon.
Whoa, calm down, everybody.
Like that inside.
How do you take it out?
You just fill in there, and you just go like that and pull it out. See this right here? This is like this. This is the size of, a lot of people do it over the toilet or in the shower.
This is really disturbing.
We are not in the playground anymore. There are new rules. We have to be mature.
This is basically though the size of the tampon.
No, it's not the width of one.
Okay, moving on.
This is kind of scary to teenagers, so probably
And me.
That should be.
All right, this kind right here, actually Kennedy swears by. She thinks this is like the best invention ever. So what this is kind of the same thing. You kind of like fold it up like this. You insert it basically like a tampon, and then it opens itself out like this.
It's like rubber and it
No,
would
watch.
hurt.
So you go like this, and you insert it like a tampon, and then when it's full, when it goes up inside, it goes open like this and catches all the blood, and then you pull right here just like a tampon. You pull it out, and it just has all the
So
blood.
the
You
blood
dump it in the toilet.
Well, when you pull it out, the blood just gets everywhere.
It's
gonna get
She
all
said
over
you just
your
do it
clothes.
over.
And that's just not sanitary. We're using that.
Well, you rinse it off. First you boil it, and then you rinse it off every time. I don't know. Kennedy swears by it. A lot of women really like this. So I just thought I would show a couple of the options.
We're
We're not going to have those in our period kits, but I just thought I'd show you the options. Speaking of when you do, like sometimes you have to pull out a tampon or whatever and your hands are gross. These are awesome to have in your period kit because they're just antibacterial hand wipes. So you can use these to wipe your hands. Now the Clorox ones are more for surfaces. These are more for your hands. So I've got these, and I got this scent right here, which is fragrance-free, fresh scent, and tropical splash. So you guys decide, put a few of those in each of your bags. All right, speaking of cramps, SaiDee's getting cramps at the moment, by the way. We have got
ElleCee, you did not just say that. She goes womp womp.
ElleCee just said womp womp. More evidence that she
doesn't know how it feels, and
doesn't
let's
know how
just say it feels like somebody is like stabbing you and.
I've had cramps before, but I've had that feeling before.
All right, so my doll is what we choose to use in our family for periods. Now we won't be sending any medication to any of you subscribers out there, just because that's something you really need to ask your parents about and make sure that you take as directed. But we like these. This one doesn't have caffeine in it. These ones do, but they just help with lots of things like bloating, cramps, and all of that sort of thing. So we're gonna add these to our period kits. All right, next we have these hand sanitizers. They're from Noshinku, I think is how you pronounce it. I love them because look how thin they are, how small they are, and you just go ahead and spray them on your hands like this. Wipe your hands, and they're sanitized, which is awesome.
They're the Ice Spice one.
Oh, Ice Spice.
The black one's the bergamot.
Makes you seem like Ice Spice.
That's the black one.
Let's give these ones as well. All right, here you go. We also have these Touchland ones. We love these in our family as well. These are a little bit larger, so if you're gonna have a whole bunch of pads in your period kit, you might wanna go with the smaller ones, but these are for if you don't have
I like these better.
All right, we are ready for our next question. Who has a question?
Me.
All right.
Why do we even have periods?
Basically, in a nutshell, you have a egg that ovulates. And it comes down, and when it is not turned into a baby, it has to build up the size of your tissue, of the size of your uterus and all of that. And if the egg does not stay there because it's not ready to have a baby, then all of that tissue and everything has to come out, and so it's like a lot of blood and tissue.
Science class.
Basically, science class, I know. And that's just my way of explaining it. I'm sure the doctors would explain it much more official.
The lining of the uterus is not needed. A woman will have her monthly period, and the cycle begins again.
But that's kind of why you have to have a period. It's just making your body, it's healthy for your body to have a period. It's actually good for you to have a period, and yeah, it just means you're growing
Well,
up.
you eat more when you're on your period.
Yeah,
You eat more, you break out, you have cramps, your mood swings. What is it benefiting me?
Well, it's preparing your body to
Good
get
job,
pregnant.
you're a woman, dude.
One day, if you want to get pregnant, you have to have a period. It's just the way it goes.
Can you be pregnant while you're on your period?
No.
Generally, no. That would kind of be a crazy incident, but generally you stop having a period when you become pregnant. All right, so after you've fixed everything and like put a pad in your underwear, whatever you're gonna do, it's really nice to wipe everything off. Here's some flushable wipies. It's important that these are flushable, so you can actually go ahead and put these down into the toilet and flush.
Yes.
And so we have these, and then another really cool item, and you're gonna love this, is these little body deodorants from Lumi. They're your whole body deodorant. So you know how you put this on your armpits or you put deodorant on your armpits? This not only goes on your armpits, but it can kind of go between things and just make everything nice and fresh on your legs and just
I saw
anywhere
it on
that smells.
TikTok shop.
Yeah, I think it's a really smart invention just to make it so that everything feels nice and fresh and clean. Take a couple flushable wipies. Also, what's fun about this is a lot of times you do kind of sweat and have a little stronger smells and armpits and stuff when you're on that time of the month. So it's nice to keep everything fresh.
Okay, why do you break out on your period?
All right, generally it's because your body's hormones are a little bit different when you're on your period, and so that can cause a little bit of breakouts. And so we have these fun things to add. So number one, we have these oil absorbing wipes sheets, and what's great about these is a lot of times you get extra oil when you're on your period, and so with these, you simply just take one of these little sheets right here, and you just kind of tap and kind of blot your like nose area. You can rub it slightly, but it just goes and collects all of the oil on your skin. I don't know if you can really see a ton of oil on here.
sweat.
Shows a lot of that oil, and then your skin doesn't have so much oil on it, which helps. Also, we have these little star face patches. They're kind of like pimple patches.
Pimple patch.
Pimple patch.
Pimple patch.
I'm not really sure that comes with probably a TikTok thing.
Pimple patch. Pimple patch.
Anyway, I'm gonna give each one of you one of these. Also, besides the flushable wipes, I don't believe that these are flushable, but these are also, they remove odor-causing bacteria, and they are daily gentle cloths to use to wipe down there, and they don't have all the chemicals that a lot of them do. So I like those, as well as these are also certified flushable and hypoallergenic as well, and these are called Stallmates. So there's a couple different kinds you can take, either the flushable wipes, the Stallmates, or the Summer Seas. All right, there's also these deodorant wipes that you can use just to wipe off things as well. These are from Fomin, and they are also eco-friendly.
Is there anything that you could do for cramps, like other than medicine? Because I know some people just don't like taking medicine for cramps.
Well, I found these today. So these are called Midol Heat Vibes. They last for 8 hours, and it's like a patch that you put on your lower tummy, and supposedly it helps with cramps. And then this is one from Thermacare that kind of does the same thing. So you don't really need to add these to your period kit, but I just thought it
Wait, I want to add one because when I'm at school one time, my
It's like
stomach
those
started
hand
really
warmer
bad.
things.
So you just take off this backing and it's sticky, and you're supposed to go ahead and put it on like thin clothing. So maybe on the front of your underwear is probably think it's not supposed to go on your skin. These ones are not. So I think that this one also suggests that you put it on your underwear, not on your actual
Here,
skin.
can I see this?
Another thing that's really important is when you're on that time of the month is to bathe often and to shower often, because again, the hormones, and you just smell different and you sweat different and your skin is different. So it's really important to bathe often. So I thought it'd be fun to give these to the subscribers as well. I thought these were really cute.
Those are so cute. I love that brand.
Yeah, super cute. We're gonna get one of these and a loofah to go along with it, and so that will be super fun. Okay, guys, have you ever like leaked while you're at school?
Yes.
Somewhere important?
No.
You know what's weird? It's like one time I actually got it on one of my shirts.
So I thought it would be really smart to have these tied to go white. So you just take one out, or you can have the pen. They work wonders. One time I totally leaked and I was able to use this, and I dried it under the dryer in the bathroom and totally cleaned it up. So I was able to walk out because I was in a lurch, man. I did not have anyone to help me, and I was just in the bathroom trapped and had a big old stain on the back. All right, and then here's the little wipies, which are super smart too. You can just take one of these and poke it in your period kit. All right, guys, before I give them their last item and let you know how to enter to win these period kits, I just wanted to answer any other questions that my girls had.
How long do periods last?
and they generally last about a week. Some people last a little bit longer than a week, some a little bit less, but generally it lasts about a week. And they come about every 28 to 30 days is kind of like a regular cycle, but not everyone's regular, and sometimes it takes a while before you get regular when you first start your period. So don't be too nervous about it. And again, if you ever have any questions about periods, make sure that you talk to your parents. They can probably answer a lot of the questions that you have. Okay, anything else?
Can everyone tell that you're on your period?
Genuinely, yes. You're definitely more. Okay, this is how I took it. You're either you're a big mood swings person when you're on your period, or a big like emotional cramps kind of person, or you could be both. At first, I was very only moody and I did not have cramps, and now I am both. LiLee is both too.
You know what? That's true that you might have.
LiLee is moody, not emotional. Stick up for me. Keep it going.
Come on,
You're just normal.
Guys, honestly, my mom is genuinely when I don't know when she's ever on her period, because she's actually fine when she is. She's never moody.
Yeah, for the most part, people can tell you're on your period. Yes, it's true, you are a little bit more emotional. Like, I do feel a little bit more like heightened emotions, but you can just by looking at someone tell if they're on their time of the month. So I wouldn't worry that anyone's gonna know that you've started your period.
Unless you start an argument with them.
You are hilarious.
Any other questions?
No.
Nope, all right.
Last thing.
Last item is
Chocolate.
all right, this isn't a must-have, but you know, sometimes you just have to have a little pick-me-up when you're like having all these cramps and your face is breaking down and you feel emotional. Might as well have a little pick-me-up, a little fun addition to your month. All right, so everyone take 1 or 2 chocolates.
Give me that one. We talked kind of negative on periods, but honestly, periods are probably one of the best things that we can have, because they're one of the best excuses that you will ever have in your life. They're so awkward to talk about that you can get yourself out of any situation.
Oh dear.
She yelled at me in the theater room that it was my fault that she got Chick-fil-A.
You know what's funny?
she walked
She
out.
says it's so nice to have, but yet she was complaining down
Stop the cat,
man.
Pin your shirt up. Just saying.
All right.
And this girl is on her time of the month.
Okay, look. Enough is enough.
At the end of the day, yes, periods are a little bit of a pain, but it means your body's healthy and it's doing what it needs to do. So, welcome periods when they come, because it means that your body is healthy. Got a nice stretch going with Cozy. Alright guys, are you ready to find out how you can enter to win one of our stocked period kits?
Yes.
Alright, so, first of all, you must subscribe to NEN FAM, and so you can enter to win. Then, in the comments down below, here's the tricky part. You're gonna have to go through and watch this video and count how many times any of us said the word
period. Period. Period.
Period. Alright. And if you want to buy one of our period kits, make sure that you hit the link below to be able to pre-order them. Hopefully they will be out before school sometime in September, but pre-order down below on the link. Alright!